everybody. Today is our second week. It's Wednesday today. So, the things that we are going to talk about is food and article. So, first thing that we're going to do is we have to review our previous lessons. Okay, last time we talked about food, and last time we talked about article, and right now we're gonna review both. We are going to talk about food and article. So, for the second thing that we are going to do, we are going to have our activity together with Miss Faye, and last one would be the sit work that you have to do on your own. Now, let's move forward. Before we do that, let's have our first vocabulary first, which is meat. When we say meat, it means it's the flesh of the animal that we eat. Here are the examples of meat like the chicken, the pork, the beef, and so on. So please remember our first vocabulary up until the last one. Now let's move forward to our review about food. So here are the things that Miss Faye talked about last time. Here are the vocabularies we studied and that is included in your book. Now, let's name it. What do you call this one? Fish. How about this? Food. Peas, pear, onions, lemon, potatoes, lime, carrot, coconut, vegetables, watermelon, and last but not the least, tomato. Good job! Now, the other one would be the article a and an. If you still remember, we studied the consonants and the vowel. Now we use a for the consonants, the letters B, C, D, F, G, H, J, and so on. And for the article an, we use A, E, I, O, U. Let's have a quick example of what we talk about. Car. Example, car. K, k. It sounds letter C. Car, and it starts with letter C. So we are going to use a car. Now let's move forward to the next one. Airplane. Airplane. It starts with letter A and its sound starts with A as well. Airplane. We are going to use an airplane. Next one. Doll. Doll. So it starts with letter D and it sounds D. We are going to use a doll. Now, for the last one, hat, hat. We use letter H and it sounds H, of course. So we are going to use letter A hat. Do you get it? Okay, you can just go back to our lesson if you want to be reminded of the things that you have to remember, just like the vocabularies in our lesson food and for the article a and an. Now, going back, for our second vocabulary, it's vegetables. These are the leaves, stems, roots, or other parts of certain plants that people eat. Examples are carrots, tomato, broccoli, corn, cabbage, lettuce, and there's a lot more. So for our activity, we are going to answer this one. Since you do not have your book yet, we are going to answer this one with Miss Faye. So we're going to answer the first one, which we are going to identify whether it is a fruit, whether it is meat, or whether it's vegetables. So number one is an example. Apples. Is apple a fruit, meat, or vegetables? Of course, it is a fruit. And the next activity after this one, we are going to answer the one below, which is you are going to tell me whether it's a or an. Okay, now let's move forward to our first activity. These are the things that you have to place whether it's a fruit, meat, or vegetables. Now, let's go with the first one. Sausage. Where are we going to put a sausage? Is it a fruit, meat, or vegetables? It is in meat. All right. And now we have carrot. Carrot goes to vegetables. Potatoes goes to vegetable. Goes to fruit. And lemon goes to fruit as well. And now we have chicken. Chicken goes to meat. And apple, just like my example earlier, of course, apple goes to fruit. And last one is burger. Of course, what's inside a burger is a meat. All right. Very good. I hope you can follow Miss Faye here because later on you are going to do this on your own. Now, for our second activity, you have to tell me whether it's a or an. A or an. Number one is the example. Number one, a tomato. Number two, there you go. It's an onion. Number three, coconut. A coconut. Number four, lemon. A lemon. Number five, apple. An apple. Number six, watermelon. A watermelon. Number seven, orange. An orange. And number eight, potato. A potato. All right. So good job. I hope you can still remember all the things that we are talking about. And now let's move forward to our third vocabulary. Fruits. It is the part of a flowering plant that contains seed. Example, pineapple, watermelon, apple, banana, oranges, grapes, and so on and so forth. For our sheet work, of course, that would be the last one for today. You have to go to the classwork and answer the sheet work in the Google form. Make sure you've listed all the vocabulary words I mentioned in this video because later on I'm going to ask you what are those. So good luck! And that's all for today, class. Goodbye, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.